evening and welcome to this ABC 36 News Update. I'm Megan Skaggs. Questions remain tonight. Is the son of a former Kentucky governor and a man who once ran for the office himself, Steve Nunn, linked to the shooting death of his ex-fiancée? The coroner has identified the victim as Amanda Ross. Nunn has been arrested on 6 counts of wanton endangerment after state police say he turned a weapon on officers after they found him with self-inflicted wounds in a family cemetery near Glasgow. He's now in a hospital in Bowling Green. ABC 36's Carla Wade has the story.
The quiet seclusion of this gated apartment community was interrupted by the sound of gunfire just after 6 o'clock Friday morning. A witness tells ABC 36 she heard as many as 5 shots fired around 6:11. Lexington police arrived around 6:30. In the parking lot, they found a 29-year-old woman who had been shot. She died shortly after being taken to UK hospital. While the neighborhood has seen a few break-ins, people were surprised to hear of a violent crime in this part of downtown.
It's just a gate. Anybody can climb over it. Just things need to be done, you know, with the security around this area.
Police did not name a suspect, but gave early indications they might know who they were looking for.
We don't have a description at this time, but we do have several leads.
A short time later, neighbors and then the Fayette County coroner would confirm the woman's identity. Amanda Ross, a state worker, and former fiancé of former Republican state representative Steve Nunn. Back in March, Nunn resigned from his post as Deputy Secretary of the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. In a Fayette County courtroom, he admitted to slapping Ross in the heat of an argument. A judge then ordered Nunn to stay away from Ross for a year. At the time, Nunn said he was resigning to avoid becoming a distraction to the Beshear administration. Just before noon, state police say they found Nunn in Hart County with self-inflicted injuries.
That was Carla Wade reporting. Now, the neighbor we spoke with this morning said she knew of the history between Nunn and Ross. She described Ross as a nice professional woman and believed that she was probably targeted by someone. Again, Nunn has not been charged in connection with the shooting. Now, ABC 36 News has more information on Steve Nunn. He's the son of former Kentucky GOP Governor Louis Nunn. Steve Nunn won his first state house election in 1990 and served in the Kentucky legislature until 2006 when he was defeated by Democrat Johnny Bell. Nunn ran unsuccessfully for governor in 2003. He lost in the GOP primary to eventual Governor Ernie Fletcher, and he announced his political support for candidate Steve Beshear in September of 2007. Nunn was appointed as Deputy Secretary of the Health and Family Services Cabinet in the Beshear administration in December of 2007. He was second in command in that cabinet that oversees domestic violence policies. Nunn resigned from that post earlier this year, shortly after Ross filed for that protection order. That's it for this update.